This week on High Stakes Hold'em, the first of two special episodes from the final table of the 2011 Atlantis All-In Poker Series. Players from all over the U.S. converge at the Atlantis Casino Resort Spa in Reno, Nevada for the 2011 Atlantis All-In Poker Series. There were big plays, there were bad beats, and there were good times. But when all was said and done, only 6 players would make it to the final table of the 2011 Atlantis All-In Poker Series. Welcome back to High Stakes Hold'em from the Atlantis Casino Resort Spa in Reno, Nevada. I'm Eric Eulis alongside 2007 World Series of Poker Player of the Year Tom Schneider. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the players at this time. In seat 1 we have John Kosilla. He's age 63. He's the oldest player at the table. He's starting with 110,000 in chips. In seat 2 we have Sean Van Asdale. He's 39, he's starting with 552,000 in tournament chips. In seat 3 we have Lance Donald, he's 45, he's starting the final table with 289,000 in tournament chips. In seat 4 we have Michael Whitlock, he's also 45, he's starting the final table with 467,000 in tournament chips. In seat 5 we have Vaughn Zimmerman, he's 44. He's starting the final table with 151,000 in tournament chips. And in seat 6 we have John Kim. He's 37, the young guy at the table, believe it or not. He's starting the final table with 673,000 in tournament chips. He's currently the chip leader. All right, let's go ahead and get the cards in the air. All right, well, we'll see if John Kim decides to take advantage of his elite status as an online pro here and take down the tournament as the chip leader.
I think not only does he have an elite status as an online pro, but he has a big chip stack.
Well, it's folded around to John Kim. He's in the small blind right now, and which is good news for him because the big blind is actually the short step, John Kosilla, and you got to expect that John Kim is going to push all in here and start applying some pressure on Kosilla right out of the gate.
I would think so. John's chip stack can't really do much damage to him if he does move all in, and it's very hard. He's also noticed that John has played extremely tight, even with a short stack, so he probably will get John to fold if he does move all in.
Well, John Kim does push all in here, so the action's on Kosilla, who's sitting on a starting chip stack of a little bit north of 100,000, so he's got, what, about 5 big blinds. He decides to get away from it. Well, lays down a queen high in that spot. And John Kim, pretty nice starting hand, queen jack. So it ended up being a good laydown for Kosilla there, but I got to question the logic of, frankly, getting away from anything at this point.
Well, here's what's going on at this final table. There's 3 people with a very short stack, and what happens sometimes when 3 players have a short stack is that there becomes a folding war. And the folding war just means that people are trying to inch up the pay scale and they don't want to be the first one to get all in and lose. And obviously with a queen 3, he wasn't ready to do that. You know, actually in this tournament, most of these players don't have very much in the way of a chip stack. Even the big stacks are not very deep. So I do expect the 3 short stacks to be folding a lot until they actually pick up a hand.
Well, it's folded around to the blinds. Again, John Cosilla's got to make a decision here. I don't see a heck of a lot of value in simply calling from the small blind, which apparently is what he's going to do here. In my opinion, you either push all in or you fold.
Well, there's one move that he can make. If he calls and then it's called a stop and go, he might want to push after the flop because it's easier for his opponent to get away from the hand. Pre-flop, it's hard for Sean to lay down any hand. So I can see why he did that, but now he's just even a little bit shorter.
Well, Sean did push all in from the big blind and had pocket nines in that spot. So apparently a good laydown for Cosilla there, but he's got to expect that he's going to be just picked on relentlessly here in the first part of the table till somebody gets knocked out.
He will be picked on, and so will the other short stacks, and that's what the big stacks are supposed to do.